We need to replace our governor, and Debra's the candidate to do that.
Somebody can see her speak. I mean, that's what got me. First time I heard her, I was just drawn to her and her message.
I've got to love the Austin American-Statesman. They came out with a story after the last reporting period. Mark had to do an ethics report that ran from January 1st, was it the 21st or 22nd, Mark? 21st, 3-week period in January. You contributed, we had in this campaign 3 times more contributors than Kay Bailey or Rick Perry had. 3 times more. Donors, 3 times more voters. That wins races. That wins races. It is everyday, ordinary Texans. In that same reporting period, your campaign raised $63,000 from small dollar donors. Kay and Rick raised $16,000. So nearly 4 times more money raised from small dollar donors, 3 times more supporters. We're winning this race. Expect the attacks to come. Be prudent, be discerning, know that politics makes for strange bedfellows. We've seen some of those, haven't we? Some strange bedfellows, people aligning themselves, and we're thinking, how did that relationship come about? I am who I profess to be. I'm as transparent, as honest as I know how to be. I'm as forthright as I know how to be. I am committed to leading Texas back to a constitutional republic. That's where we're going.
We don't want this Obama health care being shoved down our throat. We don't care what Glenn Beck says. We stand for freedom. We stand for state sovereignty. We stand for the right to bear arms and to not have these taxes.
I know Pat Gray used to work for Dan Patrick, and I can see that as being a setup. This is Texas politics, and they say there's no place worse for dirty tricks.
We're mad as hell about it, and we're Texans, and we're ready to get a new governor, new politician up there that is for the people, and her name is Debra Medina.
The host always cuts off the caller at some point so that they get the last word in. Well, he mocked her, and he slandered her, and once they started taking phone calls after the fact, he belittled all of the callers that were trying to stand up for Mrs. Medina. So I think that Mr. Beck lost a lot of credibility there, and I think it was a direct attack on her and her campaign. And it wasn't long after that, my understanding is, there was already a lot of automatic generated phone calls going out that I believe Rick Perry and Kay Bailey Hutchinson capitalized on this immediately. In fact, so quickly afterwards, you have to wonder what really was behind this. What was the motive?
Those are diversions, and what happened today is an attempt to divert all of Texas. If we can get you off of that, well, let me tell you, y'all are a smart group. We've raised $40,000, I'm told, today.
Debra is getting her donations from regular folk out there, we Texans who are ready for a new governor, a new leadership towards liberty, towards individual rights, and protection against not only a federal government but an intrusive state government also.
It made her supporters, such as myself, just take that anger and redirect it, donate more to her campaign, back her up more. Want to put more signs out, want to call more people, get the word out, because you know you can't block the truth. It surfaces eventually.
I have not voted for Perry since the first time I voted for him. I am not in favor of this trans-Texas corridor that he's trying to shove down Texans' throats and all the property owners.
This is Texas, and we're fighting for Texas freedom. We're fighting against big government. We don't care what Washington wants to do to us. We're Texas. Texas, and we're going to hold our own. We don't care what the radio pundits say or any of the other big media as they try to spin our words. This is Texas. We're for freedom. I'm voting Debra Medina.
I am excited that we finally have a candidate that wants to talk about state sovereignty, that doesn't want to dance around that whole question, that will answer it head on.
People have taken it upon themselves to call 10 of their friends, family, and see to it that those 10 friends call 10 friends, and that those 10 friends call 10 friends. Naturally, this multiplying factor makes it certainly feasible to, in a short period of time, contact thousands of people in order to encourage them to vote for Debra and make sure they make it to the polls.
Try to get people to go vote with you. It's essential, one, that people know who she is and what she's about, firstly, and I think that you don't have to sell that, it sells itself. And so if people can, through emails and whatever means, let folks see her during the debates, let folks hear her talk, because she speaks from the heart, then they'll automatically be won over by the message and they'll want to go vote.
Another great avenue of contacting people, and probably the most effective, is to call them personally on the phone. Tell them about Debra if they don't know about her. Tell them to make sure and vote on March the 2nd or in early voting. Those personal contacts are invaluable to spreading the word and us being victorious on March the 2nd.
My name's Colby Martin. I am 17 years old. Now I'm here with my mother, and even though I can't vote, I'm still helping in any way I can to spread the word about Debra Medina.
Politics is a corrupting sphere. You limit your own exposure to corrupting influence, you limit that of those you care about to corruption. You know absolute power corrupts absolutely. We want citizen legislatures as our founders envisioned. We want good people to go serve and come back and live under the laws. We want them accountable to us and not special interests. Then you protect them. You don't put term limits in place as a punishment. You put it in place as a protection. People say, well, you'll remove good people from office, and I say, I hope so. I hope we send good people in, and I hope they're good when they come back. When we return to the U.S. Constitution, when we exercise our duty to tell the federal government when she steps outside of her bounds, when we pursue state sovereignty aggressively using nullification and interposition, we will see the restoration of a constitutional republic. We will see freedom and prosperity return. The state of Texas will not have an economic crisis. We will not face mediocrity in our state government, in our educational outcomes, or in our businesses. We will prosper and dream again in ways that we all know we could once upon a time. It's time for once upon a time again in Texas. We can win this race, stand arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, dig in. You've just got a few more weeks. Clear victory on March 2nd. We change the course of our state, but more importantly, we restore a nation. Thank you very much.